This is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space Channel. Today is the 21st day of Advent. It's December 20th. Advent started November 30th this year because it's the Sunday, 4 Sundays back from the weekend before Christmas. Follow that logic. But anyway, that's where we are on my channel. We're on the season of Advent. And during Advent, you wait to celebrate Christmas. But it's not so easy because the whole rest of the world is celebrating Christmas. And I had some people in yesterday that brought us gifts, Christmas gifts. So we were celebrating Christmas yesterday. And we live in a society that has been celebrating Christmas since Thanksgiving. And people have been buying stuff all year. Of course, that I understand. Buying stuff to prepare for Christmas is still preparing for Christmas. But we've kind of broken off like at Thanksgiving and put up our Christmas trees. I talked to this lady one day and I was trying to explain to her about Advent. And she's like, but at Thanksgiving, my family is there and we're all together there anyway. And that's when we decorate. So that's become a custom to decorate for Christmas at Thanksgiving. But what about having Thanksgiving? It's like you're having Christmas at Thanksgiving, and then you're having Christmas at Christmas, and you're having Christmas in between. But we were very thankful and happy to receive gifts. But people do those things early, the Christmas parties, the Christmas get-togethers with coworkers and extended family, and all of that happens between December 1st and actual Christmas. So you're already celebrating Christmas before Christmas during the Advent season. We try to wait for Christmas because we do celebrate Christmas from the 23rd to the 24th to January 6th. Now, January 5th is the 12th night. It is the 12th day of Christmas. And I'm seeing everywhere that we're in the 12 days of Christmas right now. Oh no, it doesn't start till Christmas Day. So those people that are doing countdowns from like December 13th or 14th, that's not the 12 days of Christmas. But, I love everybody anyway. Go ahead and do what you feel led to do. I'm not one of those religious people that go around and say, this is how I believe, so you have to believe it that way too. I would never do that. But here we have all the figures we've pulled out of the Nativity Advent calendar behind me, and the last two readings. Excuse me. It's the middle of the night. The last two readings, I have looked in the Bible for Santa Claus and the Christmas tree and the Yule log and mistletoe, and it's not here. So I read from Matthew last time. So I'm going through the Gospels book by book. And I read the second half of chapter 1. Now, chapter 2, I'm just going to read a couple of verses. Now, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him. So I'm not going to read anymore because I'm reading passages about the nativity. And the wise men were not at the nativity. They saw the star when Jesus was born and they followed it. And it took them months. And it might have taken them up to 2 years to reach where Jesus was to visit him. And also it says that it was in a house, not in a manger, but in a house. So I'm not going to read any more in Matthew about Jesus' early life, because the wise man coming was not when he was born, not at the nativity. Now, so let's go to Mark and see what Mark says about the nativity. Matthew's kind of a long chapter, isn't it? A lot happened. Okay, here we go. Mark 1. For in the beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, as is written by the prophets. Behold, I send my messenger before your face, who will prepare your way before you. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare for the way of the Lord, make his path straight. So Mark does not even talk about when Jesus was born at all. This is talking about John the Baptist. So he starts off talking about John the Baptist. Let's see what it starts off in chapter 2. And again he entered Capernaum after some days, and it was heard that he was in the house. Immediately many gathered together, so that there was no longer room to receive them, not even near the door. So here it's the adult ministry of Christ. So there is nothing in Mark. So let's go to Luke. Luke chapter 1. Inasmuch as many have taken to the hand to set in order a narrative of those things which I have been fulfilled among us, just as those who from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word delivered them to us, it seems good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write to you an ordinary account, most excellent Theophilus, that you may know the certainty of those things which you were instructed. There was in the days of Herod, a king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacchaeus. Now this goes in to John the Baptist as well. And the division of Ajab, his wife was of the daughter of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth, John the Baptist's parents. And they were both righteous before God, walking in all things, commandments, ordinances of the Lord, blameless. But they had no child, because Elizabeth was barren, and they were both advanced in years. So Luke starts out talking about John the Baptist, and Isaiah said that there would be one that came before. So this is fulfillment of prophecy. But, however, unlike Mark, who does not go back to the nativity, Luke certainly does. And next time we will read the passages in Luke concerning the nativity. But I just wanted to point out that where the passages are in the Bible and exactly what they say and what they do mention and what they don't mention. So why are we adding all these external, commercial, and mythological and pagan elements to the celebration of the birth of Christ? It's not necessary. It's cultural custom, and we need to recognize that it's cultural custom that we're participating in, not actual spiritual following of what happened when Jesus Christ was born. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go to the calendar. Today is the 21st day. My calendar's getting holy. That joke's just not going to get old with me. So here we are on the 21st day. Speaking of commercialism, have you noticed all the different types of advent calendars? There's even alcohol advent calendars now. I don't know if there were those when I was young. Let's see what we have here. We have another female figure. Usually there's only Mary. I'm not sure who Mary is in this set. Oh, that's the third wise man. Okay. Isn't he cute? All of the wise men were not there yet. But in this nativity set, I mean, I have to say that these wise men, these three wise men are cute. And we don't know that they were three wise men. We don't know how many wise men there were. I mean, there could have been two wise men. Because if it had been one, it would have been wise man, not wise men. But there were three gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And because there were three gifts, it's become the tradition that there were three of them. So where did this come from? 21, I think it was here. It looks like it was from there. So there we go. I'm putting all the little segments back in so you can still kind of sort of see the picture as the nativity scene gets more and more holy. Tomorrow is Sunday, and we begin another week of Advent, and we conclude the week of joy. And I hope that you have noticed that my mood has lightened. I'm still saying what I need to say about the difference between celebrating the birth of Christ and celebrating what's become our commercial Christmas, and the elements that we put in our commercial Christmas that are not in the Bible. They're not biblical. They're cultural customs. And some of the things, well, I've covered before some of the things the early church did, and why they merged the cultural customs with spirituality. Can't even say spirituality, with religion, to bring us to have this joyous season, but it serves a purpose. The church liturgy, even though the calendar is not right, we need a time of the year to celebrate the birth of Christ, even if it's on the wrong date. And Epiphany, when the wise men came, is not necessarily 12 days from the birth of Christ. That's just tradition. And we have the 12 days of Christmas that we celebrate. We have that season, just like the Jews have 8 nights of Hanukkah or Chanukah. That's how long the festival is. Now, those Jewish holidays were mandated by Leviticus chapter 23, written in the laws of Moses. The 12 days of Christmas, well, I need to find out when that started, don't I? But it's not in the Bible that it was 12 days. And, our cultural nativities have the wise men included, and they weren't there. And I'll go back and read Matthew 2 after what most of you will consider Christmas being over with. And I'm going to do a series on the 12 days of Christmas, starting December 25th, the first day of Christmas. And then we'll go from there. But I'll read Matthew 2 then during that time frame, and I will discuss where the 12 days of Christmas came from, that time frame. Where did it originate? I don't even know yet. I'll have to study that. I've never asked that question. I've always known, not always. I've known for at least 6 years now that the 12 days of Christmas are definitely starting on Christmas Day. I may have known that before then, but I certainly have known it for the last 5 years. But me and Marty celebrated the 12 days of Christmas starting Christmas Day when I was an atheist, for several reasons. And I'll go into that later. I think I've done enough damage for today. And I hope you're all having a joyous time. I hope it's not stealing your joy that people are saying Christmas is pagan. Because a large part Christmas is pagan and the dates are wrong. And all of they're saying is true. But you should go ahead and celebrate Christmas. But you should be thinking about how you're celebrating Christmas. Jesus is the reason for the season. And if you're Christian, why are you focusing on telling your kids about Santa Claus? You're starting out their life lying to them. Not such a good thing, in my opinion. And maybe I'll talk about that a little bit more. I'll talk about my atheism. But anyway, before I give myself a longer to-do list, you all have a wonderful and blessed day.